And folks, it is now my favorite time of the night on ARCA Night in America. It is time to rock, roll, and rumble here in Tucson. And look at that. Rife all the way to the bottom. He wasn't even using the 3 degrees of banking. He was down on the flat there in turns 1 and 2, trying to work his way underneath that battle for the lead. And Trevor Huddleston going to jump out front. Every time we see somebody like Kyle Keller kind of committing to that bottom lane, it reminds me of that old Jack Hewitt line, as he indeed does take second and looks like he's about ready to challenge Trevor Huddleston for the lead. Jack Hewitt says running the bottom, it sucks, it's boring, as Kyle Keller uses the bottom lane to blast past Trevor Huddleston and take the lead. Kyle Keller keeping the 71 car right down on the bottom, but look at that. Todd Souza way up top, and that number 3 has set sail, and we are about to have a battle for the lead for the second time already here tonight. Just 15 laps into tonight's race, and we have got our second battle for the lead. Souza to the top of the racetrack. Gonna stick the nose of the number 3 out front down the backstretch. Got a slow car directly in front. Souza got to lead him across the stripe there to complete lap 17. So Todd Souza blasting from his 6th starting position. Here is the battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Cody Dennison worked his way through the field. Just like I kind of anticipated. I think he might have used those tires up just a little bit, trying to blast his way through the pack. Meanwhile, Trevor Huddleston, Trevor's a pretty savvy veteran driver. He's kind of saved his tires. We're closing in on the midway point, and I think Trevor has decided time to start to close the gap on Todd Souza. About 3 car lengths the distance. And Trevor Huddleston definitely now the fastest car on the racetrack. 17 flat that time around, as he is now looking to the inside of Todd Souza and give the lead back to Trevor Huddleston in the number 50. Noses across at the start-finish line. Oh, we've got problems over there in turn 2. Whoa, very close call right there for Todd Souza, and it looks like Souza has been up into the wall. So we're just past the midway point here at Tucson Speedway. There's the restart line, green flag back up, and Souza getting a little squirrely as he spun the tires on the restart, and these cars going to fan out 2 and 3 wide, and here comes Kyle Keller. Immediately looking to take over that 2nd position. And you know, there wasn't that long ago that Eric Johnson Jr. was the last car on the lead lap. And look at this right now. He is to the outside of Kyle Keller. He's going to take over 2nd, and he wants more. He is looking to find a way around Trevor Huddleston in the number 50. Eric Johnson Jr., our reigning Bounty Rookie of the Year here in the ARCA Menards Series West, now battling for the lead. He is alongside Trevor Huddleston. Johnson to the outside of Huddleston. Huddleston gonna nose across the start-finish line in through most of the first half, as he's gonna sneak to the inside of Trevor Huddleston as Huddleston gets boxed behind Mariah Boudreaux. Might have made a little contact there off of turn 2. And now Eric Johnson Jr. to the inside of Trevor Huddleston, and give Eric Johnson Jr. the lead for the first time in his ARCA Menards Series West career. As the battle for the lead rages on, Trevor Huddleston knocking on the back door there through turns 1 and 2. Huddleston's car about a 1/10 of a second quicker that time around as he gets down into turn 1. Uses that right front fender just a little bit to move Eric Johnson Jr. up the racetrack. Huddleston now trying to pull alongside to retake the lead. Fantastic racing at the front of the field all night long. Huddleston puts the nose outside. Can he keep the momentum up? He's going to drift way up the racetrack and move Eric Johnson Jr. up the racetrack as well. Ooh, you couldn't put a piece of paper between those two cars off of turn 4. Johnson going to hold on to the lead. Here comes Jake Bowman now. Bowman has closed in the gap. He has driven away from Trevor Huddleston and now knocking on the back door of Eric Johnson Jr. there through turns 3 and 4. I think he gave him a little shove there off of the final corner. Bowman to the top side of the racetrack. Battle on for the lead down the backstretch. Side by side through turns 3 and 4. I think Bowman with the momentum indeed will come across the start-finish line and claim the lead. make it 16 laps to go. And now Jake Bowman to the front. They're going to go 3 wide down the backstretch. There's Tanner Reif to the bottom, Eric Johnson Jr. to the middle, Todd Souza, the lap car, to the top side of the racetrack. 2 to go. Here comes Tanner Reif, and here comes Eric Johnson Jr. A 3-way battle for the win here at Tucson Speedway. Coming to the white flag. This time around, we are 3 wide in turns 3 and 4. White flag up. Tanner Reif leads him across the stripe. Final lap here at Tucson. Tanner Reif to the lead, but here comes Eric Johnson Jr. down the backstretch. Final set of corners. Who is it going to be? Reif to the bottom. Eric Johnson Jr. to the top. Give it to Tanner Reif at the start-finish line. Wow, look at that. He cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. Let's send it trackside to hear from a thrilled winner here at Tucson Speedway, Tanner Reif. We'll send it down trackside.
My God, yeah! Oh my God! That is awesome! Oh, you're not Dave. Where's Dave? Easy!
All right, we are down here with the winner, Tanner Reif, after a great run in the closing laps to come from about the mid-pack to the lead. How was your car feeling for you out there, and how would you describe those closing laps?
Perfect. Everything was perfect, man. I had to work so hard for it, but this team, the Central Coast Confidence Racing, did such a good job setting this thing up, man. I was crying in the car. I had to compose myself. I still am a little emotional, so I apologize. Man, let me take this off. I'm sorry. I'm hyperventilating over here. I'm just so proud of this team and of what we have accomplished. You know, I didn't have a lot of high hopes coming to this weekend. I just wasn't feeling it, you know, and that's not what you want to feel. You want to be confident coming into it. You know, the first time I hopped in the car, I went, okay, you know what, this is going to be one of our race weekends. This is going to be somewhere we actually have a chance to fight. And, man, did we fight. I mean, you're going to watch the video. I said, I'm going to ride as slow as anybody can go. And when it's time to go, I'm going to have a better car than anybody out there. And it lost itself in the last lap. Eric Johnson wheeled that thing, man. I really was not expecting that from him. He gave one great fight. I almost got myself there. But, man, I'm just so proud to be here. I can't thank my family enough, my grandpa, my grandma, my mom, my dad, my little brother racing, kicking butt everywhere else. Man, I'm just so happy. I can't keep myself composed. Thank you guys for coming. Thanks for watching.
Woo! And getting back to relaying for the first time in a couple of years, how big is this win for you?
It's bigger than anyone can actually imagine. You know, there's a lot of reasons this win's important to me, to prove that I am going to be in the sport for a long time.